Bad day in wrestling history yesterday. A lot of very talented people got laid off. For those who might be listening or watching that don't know exactly what happened or how it happened, can you break it down just a little bit for everybody?
Yeah, I mean, I guess around noon, word broke that there was going to be a conference call for WWE employees. I'm not a WWE employee, so I don't know anything about being on an actual conference call or anything like that. I just know what the internet tells me.
Hey, I was not on that conference call either, so it's a pretty good day for us, I guess, not to be on.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. But apparently on the conference call, they said that there's going to be talent cuts, and they're just going to be, as a cost-cutting mechanism, they're going to be removing some people from the company. And then right around 2-3 o'clock yesterday, word just started getting out about different talent and different people who worked at WWE behind the scenes that were getting let go. And I mean, I think it went further than anybody realized it was going to go in terms of just the sheer number of people that lost their jobs or got furloughed yesterday.
You have people that have been working at WWE for 20, 30 years that got furloughed or laid off yesterday out of nowhere. And the WWE, although it's an internationally, globally traded company, it's really a family business at the end of the day. I mean, there's only a certain amount of people that are making decisions. You know those people. You see those people. They interact with you. It's a very much smaller business than you would ever fathom, especially with their global reach and tentacles and the amount of cash. I think that's why the reaction on the internet was so negative, because they know exactly who's making this decision. Vince McMahon himself has been a character. He has been the best heel in the history of the business, but everybody knows that everything he's about is money. Everything he knows is about business, ironclad contracts, firing people, kiss my ass, all that stuff. So whenever he starts getting laid off, that kind of gives people ammo to be like, oh, this guy who has all this money, who's rubbed in our face for so long, now can't afford to pay his people. And I think that's why it kind of got a negative rap yesterday. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, the Mr. McMahon character and the Vince McMahon person start to blend together into this one thing. And I mean, you're right. It really is the only publicly traded company that I can think about that's that big that people still look at as, well, this is that guy's company. There's a guy there. He calls all the shots. Most of the times, these giant conglomerates, they go public and there's a whole group of people and different decisions come from different areas. But WWE has maintained that sort of at least public image of, this is Oz, the great and powerful, and he's the one that says what goes here.
There has been a lot of hirings by the WWE over the last couple of years because of competition coming in, right? AEW, New Japan, you name it. Independent wrestling has become a little bit more mainstream, and there's been a couple other promotions that have money and TV deals and backing and eyeballs. So they got into an arms race, basically. People were hiring however they could hire. WWE ended up with so much talent. They hired so many people because everybody's dream was to get to the WWE. Now they're letting people go. Couple of those people, I think, are going to find jobs very, very quickly with other competitors. I think Rusev will get picked up stat. I mean, the Rusev run was a one that was massive, and a lot of fans believe he wasn't used properly, and then he'll go on. But for a lot of them, I'm not 100% sure they're going to be able to get signed immediately. I mean, what does the future look like for a lot of these people in your eyes?
Well, that to me is the most concerning thing, that there were a lot of people on the internet yesterday that were going like, oh, it's okay, AEW, here we come, or New Japan, or whatever it is. And people aren't keeping in mind, nobody is running shows. Nobody is hiring people right now. AEW is still on TV, but it's been taped weeks in advance. You know what I mean? So I don't see AEW making any hires for at least a little bit of time. And there's certainly no other, as healthy as the independents are and Ring of Honors and all these other organizations, they're not running shows. New Japan is not running shows. Like these guys who will eventually get hired. I mean, the reality is at some point things are going to get back to normal. At some point there's going to be places to go to work. And eventually some of these people will get hired in other companies. Eventually some of these people will probably, I hope, be back in WWE. But for the time being, I think you're left with a lot of people and a lot of behind the scenes people in WWE too. Because I mean, I talked to a lot of friends who, they're not going to be press releases about them going, but a lot of people behind the scenes went, and all of these people are kind of sitting there, I think, at least in the short term, going, I don't know what's going to come next.
Yeah, what's the fallout of this going to be long term, you think? Do you think WWE is going to have to real PR this thing? There was a lot of very unhappy humans on the internet. Now, granted, the internet. I mean, our guy Jay Glazer got buried last night for talking about a guy getting coronavirus. I mean, the internet.
I saw that.
Yeah, hey,
I saw that.
Big news. He said.
Dude, this is when you know it's bad. I don't even follow football. I don't know if the guy he's announcing has corona is a big deal or not.
He's not.
But when I'm sitting there going, oh, what did Jay Glazer do? It's either really good news for Jay or it's really bad news.
What do you think WWE's next steps will be, though, in this entire thing? Do you think they're going to have to PR this? Like, they didn't address it last night, I don't think, on their live NXT taping, which is very interesting.
No. I think that WWE is going to have to charge forward and just keep putting out product and hope that people enjoy the product that they put out. You know, I would think that as this world that we're living in continues, people are going to continue to realize that layoffs and things like that are a reality of most companies. And, you know, I think that it's all going to come into play when things get back to normal. And how does WWE handle that?